Well, hey everybody, it's the Sound Couple. Today is a Sunday. We're off to another wedding. How many weddings do we got on a Sunday? But unfortunately, we're heading off early on a split day. And as many of you have heard me say, the next least favorite thing to do for us besides a walkthrough is having a split day where we are arriving to the venue, setting up, and then having a huge chunk of gap in the day. And so what are we going to do? We're going to return home and then come back. I'd like to explain a couple things with the walkthroughs and days like today where we're splitting our day up. It's not that we don't see the value of them, or especially with the walkthroughs. It really comes down to the budgets that we are getting for these gigs, the money we're getting paid. And when we take these gigs, it is months in advance. So all the details aren't worked out. But at least from our perspective, when we're taking these gigs, we're not accounting for this type of extra time into the budget. So that is kind of the crux. If we're having to do walkthroughs, if we're having to split our day up, or we're on site, leaving the site, returning to the site, especially with fuel costs these days and putting additional miles on our truck, we want to save this thing for the real miles that we need. I think it's really kind of our issue in a sense, or at least we share some of that, and that we are not budgeting enough and asking enough. And I think that's kind of the lesson for this one, is that for some of these weddings, we just flat out need more money to be able to absorb some of these requirements that drop in last minute. So anyways, again, we're not against all this stuff, but it's when it's uncomfortable that it's pushing up against our budget, that we are spending all this additional time outside of the gig getting ready. We already spend enough time just prepping the scenes and everything beforehand, and all the emails. This just kind of compounds. Anyway, we got a wedding today, and it's a venue we've been at before. We haven't showed you guys it, but it's a really unique small room. The load-in's gonna be interesting if there's a lot of other cars there where we may not be able to get in. So to that point, I'm glad we're getting there early to give us enough time if we need it. But very interesting venue, probably something you have never seen before.
And we'll explain it once we get there too.
All right, guys, we'll see you at the gig. Well, we made what?
And it's an outdoor ceremony too, so probably good if we got here when we did. Other than
oh,
whoa,
that's okay. It's
tree?
the tree branch.
All right.
Yowzers! This is smaller than I remember.
Yeah.
And it's locked too. We'll have to find out how we get in.
All right. Here's the beginning of our load-in. Woohoo!
Here we got the truck, we got the walkthrough, and now you get to see the most interesting room probably ever. And if Stacy is loading, like, we're 100 yards away, and she's got to make every trip count, right?
Yep.
Well, here we are. We are co-sharing with a DJ, the same crew that we had recently, same company, and this is where we are. Okay.
You know what? For the moment, can we just move this right down here and then?
Yep.
Because this is gonna make my life way easier.
Do you need a hand with that? Oh. I don't know. Okay, it can stay there. Yeah, I can help you. Watch the door. Can you, there you go. Watch it, watch it.
My foot, hold on, okay. Oh, I took the thing out already.
Oh, okay, then the thing, you took the thing out? Everybody knows what the thing is.
Well, so you didn't have to bring it in.
I know what the thing is now. Do they know what the thing is? And come up with your own interpretation of what the thing is. It's gone from gear to chords to things. We're very articulate. Boy, these ruts don't make it any easier.
I need you.
Got it? We're gonna have to find a place to park too. It's a parking lot that's available later, but I don't know if it's technically available right now. Legally. Boy, it's wanting to get warm, isn't it?
Yep. Why, we're.
Light trees. Mic stands. The thing I've noticed lately is that a lot of singers, because of iPads and stuff, I think, but in years past, most singers wanted a straight stand. Now they're looking for boom stands, and I think there's so many, at least the groups we're working with, they're reading off iPads and stuff that it's easier to mount the iPad on a boom so they can see them. But at least back in the day, all singers wanted a boom and be a rock star. That's what I call them now. I came up with that term that these are rock star stands. Nobody wants to be a rock star anymore. But I think we're almost loaded in. Is this it then, I think?
We need the stand, or the poles.
Oh, yep. Speaker poles. My job is to interpret everything. We go from things to, oh, and then maybe a couple blizzards or storm chasers. Can't forget the storm chasers. And back here we should have some speaker poles. Stacy's trying to get creative and give a unique perspective to our setup, but here we are looking down. I will move the camera slower. Stacy says I move the cameras too fast. I think we'll face the outputs this way. Okay. So we'll have to turn this around. Well, in one of our recent videos, we showed that we were implementing our backup plan for the truck. And today we decided we're going to implement our backup plan, our emergency backup plan for ourselves. And that is something, again, that your comments, recent comments, have helped us realize is that one of the things that we stated last year is we were going to try to get Stacy and myself, to be honest, because I don't hook up the lights that much. I know how to do it. It's just I don't really have a system down like Stacy does, and she doesn't have a system down to set up the cabinets like I do. So today, since we got time and we're in a peaceful environment here, we are gonna reverse our roles today, and I'm gonna set up the lighting, and Stacy's gonna set up the PA. So we'll see how that goes. I'm confident on my end. I don't know how she is on her side. Are you confident on your side?
Nope. But
Okay.
sure, the job will get done. And I can only learn in practice, right?
That's what everybody says. I'm too hard on you. I don't have enough patience, but fair enough. I often lack that patience. So today will be a good test for all of us. We'll see how it goes. Oh, hey, the other thing I wanted to mention today, when we were talking about coming here and then we're going to be leaving and just that whole part of it, is that the other thing that's supposed to happen today is a sound check. And again, we're all for sound checks. I love being able to hear the band beforehand, making sure everything works. But our experience with this is that they rarely ever happen. So part of the reason why we're here, and it was clearly stated in an email yesterday, that there is a sound check to happen at 2 p.m., right, Stace?
Yep, 2 p.m.
So
Clarified everything.
clarified everything. Sound check 2 p.m. The bet is will that actually happen? Stacy, what's your prediction?
Given the track record of this band, I'm gonna go with a no.
And I'm gonna go with a no too, but stay tuned. I guess that's all I can say. Let's see if this 2 o'clock sound check happens. We are promptly leaving at 2:30 regardless, but yep. So 2 o'clock sound check. It is 12:53. Oh, we better get going then, because oh my God, we only got an hour. We got to be set up because they're gonna be here for a sound check, right? Typically, you always start from the chain where the chain starts. You're like starting mid-chain again. I mean, just from a brain logic flow.
Okay. I always thought we started at the bottom of the.
Yeah, but starting with your power, like,
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is what I would have done. Then
Okay.
you go from blue to white, then white to blue, and
Okay.
then just whatever.
Okay, so
I think we can get power right there.
for this setup, as far as that's the only thing that needs to be hooked up.
Yeah,
right?
you're done.
Okay.
You get loud in here pretty easily, or?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how. I mean, the last time I remember us being here, it was pretty packed in here. I mean, it was all prior to
It's just like right in here or upstairs?
Yeah, they're up there. They open up the doors. They're out there. They're everywhere, I guess. Like I said, it does work. I mean, at least the times we've been here, it's like, wow, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hello,
guys.
Hi.
So this was like kind of my expectation. I was thinking that it was all going to be up in the front over here, you guys, or?
Well, I guess a couple things is that it's an 8-piece band we got here, so we got a lot of people in the band. We talked to the venue, and this is what
You came off like, huh?
it's.
How are we going to have enough people, enough room for people to dance?
Well, we've done weddings with this setup before, and it's worked out. It's worked out. So yeah.
I mean, it's not a huge crowd, but we have 120 people.
Yeah, and they open up the doors as well. They said they'd be opening up the doors. So it's supposed to rain indeed. So it's, I see. Yeah.
Okay. How's the horror? You got the Havana Gila down?
What's that?
The horror.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. I've done it many times.
You got that good. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, I think I hear you. I mean, it would have been impossible to fit us back here.
Yeah.
And there's the DJ too, so we're trying to just.
Got it. Okay. Well, the only important dance is the father-daughter dance here, guys.
Oh, no. So you're the-
I'm the father of the bride. So
Okay.
there we go. Okay.
Yeah, it'll work out, sir. I totally hear what you're saying, but I'm just, you guys got a great band, and we need to,
Okie doke.
make everybody fit up here. Yeah. That's good. Last time I was here, we had this little corner. Don't talk to the father of the bride about that. He wasn't happy. Hey, Hal. Long time to see. Hey. Not to make a
Fix
lot of
it.
money.
So,
Spread
you know,
out there.
this is what they, you know, even this bus.
So you can still kind
You know,
of
you
hear.
buy these
I mean,
things.
if you got headphones, you
You
can
have the big chairs, I mean, you have big
more.
chairs.
It's like, you
Oh, that's
can,
your next video.
Yeah, so this is the react. So, I just tamped it down.
Thank you.
All right, so baklava's here.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Where am I going? Who is it with? What is happening? It's so bad. Okay, let's check it out.
Great. Check.
Check 1 2
been working on it a little bit.
2 1 2. Check 1 2 2 1 2
I've been really trying to
2 1 2
get hip to a lot of slave and stuff.
2 1 2.
Stacy, we'll probably need, I think a mic for Steve.
Right. That is true. Every song.
Check
No matter what it is.
2 2 1 2
That's funny.
2 1 1. 1 2 1 1 2 2. Check.
Mind if I mess around on it for a moment?
About time to give somebody play for I can't hear you. People to tell them.
2 1 2. Hey. Check. Check 1 2.
I'll lift you up to
2 1.
I saw Jeff last night. Was it the standard night?
2 1 2.
So I chatted with him for a little bit. They're going to Brazil.
Hey, can I get a mic for me? Yeah.
What? I don't know.
Thank you.
Yeah, you just got that touch.
Gave floor time so hard, this one just ended up as supposed to. It's almost too bad, which I don't mind. I get the
Right, yeah. No, I like the floor in a way to kind of match my kick, because then It sounds like I'm playing a double
That's why I
sometimes.
was wondering why it was so dead. That's for live. It's great. It's like yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds great. Yeah. This kid sounds awesome.
All right, Bart. So who won the bet?
Whoever bet against us, I would say that was about
That was a
as close,
shocker.
That was as close to it ever happening as it's been since. Yeah, so that's good. I mean, we're not trying to take sides here on anything, but you know, it's just everybody. It's just about our time and making sure that everybody's being respectful of everybody's time. So when you don't have people there for sound check, it does kind of feel like you're being, you know, I hate this word, but disrespected a little bit. Interesting setup. The venue manager has been awesome. She really has been friendly. There was a couple logistic issues with how much space the band is taking up and the fact that the DJ is there. She smoothed all that over. Honestly, I don't know where else we could have fit. In fact, there was some kind of question of, well, can they send part of the band home or something? And I'm like, what? You know, what? So anyway, we got out of there. We got a little bit of a sound check, enough in there that we're comfortable with everything. So we're returning home and we'll be back. And hopefully this will be a good gig. We'll bring you along and you'll find out with us.
Stacy here, and here's our tip for you. All of our gear is stored way down there, cords, extra, all of that stuff.
Amongst other things. Yikes, got a little bit messy in here. Got all our stuff.
Always best, keep out an extra XLR and an extension cord just in case. You never know when you're gonna need it, and especially not having done a sound check.
Why don't we worry about getting some stuff in here?
I know. I should get this way.
You okay with our lighting now?
Yep.
Need some lights? Oh, we can get the mixer. The beeping is, it's in my pocket. Can't tell. Just keep your eyes up, okay?
Yep, I know.
I'll give you this now, or?
All right, we can get. I do like our carts.
We done back here?
Pretty much, I think.
Well, we are or we're not. How about the,
Kind of waits.
well, in the lake? Now can we get the speakers in?
Yep.
Can you do that? Ready?
Okay, 1, 2.
All right, guys. We're out of here. Yeah, thank you. Can I put this there or not? Or can you put, you can put it up, right? Be careful, Denise.
I got it. This one.
Oh, nothing. I just let go of it early. That's all.
I had it.
Oh, I want to leave the sub in here. Did the collapsible mic stands make it in?
Yes.
And then the back, you want the bob here? Boy, nice that you changed.
I told you.
I don't have any other clothes here. What goes on top of the toolkit?
Nothing really. Or here. This can go.
Right behind you big time.
I'm wondering if there's a window that's not closed tight or latched. Yeah.
need the cooler for any reason?
Sure.
So you want it up front.
Yes. God, do you remember days when we were scrimping trying to even get mic stands in?
Well, you think those days are completely over or something?
No, but
It's gonna happen again.
well, everyone, we got out of there in record time, and it's 12:24, and we beat the rush to the weather tonight. I felt some success because I wired up the monitors, the speakers, the lines, all of that. I did learn, however, that I need to make sure I have locking power into the monitors.
Locking IEC connector.
Yep.
We got a mixture. We got a couple of the ones that don't lock that are supposed to be just extras.
Other than that, it was a good night for being a Sunday night wedding.
Yeah, it's a holiday weekend though, but yeah, the only thing, not to sound like a broken record here, but we just have, dealing with some wireless, and actually tonight, the iPad Pro was kind of a failure, and I went to our Microsoft Surface Pro 3, and that actually did really well tonight. The thing that's nice, or the thing to consider, is having a backup, and having a backup of it on different platforms. And honestly, I don't mind the Surface Pro. I mean, it's for anybody out there that's got one, they're fine. It's just I'm just so used to the iPad. It displays more channels than UC Surface. It's unfortunate that UC Surface really hasn't been enhanced or upgraded in the last few years. But so the Surface Pro came through for us. Overall, a great night. All the gear worked great. The band was happy. The wedding was happy. And we are going home and gonna hit, well, I don't know, maybe the showers and then bed. But all right, guys.
As always, we appreciate your comments, and feel free to subscribe and like. Thanks. Have a good night.